guys, I'm doing a quick video. I just want to report that I made it through my first week and I'm alive and I'm still sane. I did have a moment though. On here, I took a picture of myself the day that I had my breakdown, which you will have. I told myself when I started teaching that I was not gonna cry, I was not gonna have a breakdown, I was just gonna deal with it and tough it out and handle my emotions and just whatever the situation was, I'm just gonna go through it and stay positive. Yeah, that didn't happen. I wasn't unprofessional and I stayed positive in the sense that I didn't just give up. But I did have a moment where I went to the bathroom and I bawled like a baby. So the week started out, first day, I've taught summer school before, and when I went in for summer school the first day, the kiddos were pretty quiet. Like they just were getting to know each other and they were kind of timid and shy and they were quiet and they were very disciplined, you know. Well, that was not the case for my class the first day. They came in and within about, I'd say, an hour, they were just crazy, just talking nonstop, you know, talking to each other, walking to each other's desks, just out of control. And I already knew going into it that there would be a little bit of maybe a movement issue or just self-control issue, because some of these kids haven't been in school. They were virtual last year. So some of them need reminders of how to act in school. And so I knew that it would take just a moment to, you know, like about a week or so to really drill that into them. But I did not expect for them to just be so up out of their seats and talking all the time and needing so many reminders. So the first week I really spent a lot of time with the procedures and the routines and the expectations and just reminding them 1,000 times and whatever. I do have an awesome group of kids. They are wonderful. Each one has like their little personalities and their little ways, and I've learned them, and that part has been so fun. And even just watching them get to know each other, their little community, it's really cute. So I have no complaints, but it's just on top of all of that, like the trying to keep up with the pace of the day, you know, trying to deal with the behaviors as far as just the squirreliness, you know, of normal stuff that kids deal with when they have not been in school for a while. I'm sure it was like, oh my gosh, we're expected to sit still. It's probably pretty hard for them. So on top of all that, and trying to keep the schedules going and trying to remember what emails I need to send out and trying to remember this and remember that, I had a big to-do list that was super, super long, just piled on me. Well, then I got some information that let me know that I'm going to have to do something that requires even more work. And just in that moment, I have other things going on in my personal life that are stressing me out right now. And so when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, I just cannot take one more thing. Like it was just too much going on. And then all during the same day, my kiddo was getting sick at school. I could tell she was not feeling well. So of course I was worried about that. And it was just too much stress for me. It was just too much. I just felt like I can't handle all of this obligation and all of these to-dos and all of this stuff. And then now I hear that I'm responsible to do this thing. And I'm like, oh, I just can't take any more. So I had to take a moment. My team teachers, I think, knew that I was frustrated. So during lunch, I literally went to the bathroom and just bawled my eyes out just to get that stress off of me. When I get frustrated, I cry. That's just how I handle it. So I did have my crying moment and I went in the bathroom and I said, okay, this is going to be okay. After I got it all out, I fanned my eyes. I probably looked crazy when I went back, but I got it over with. And after that, I decided that I'm going to figure this out. I'm gonna do it however I have to do it. I scheduled a meeting with a specialist, so she came in and she helped me figure out how to handle the heavier load and what I need to do to lessen the amount of time that I'm going to be spending working with that. And it really helped, and I just took on a more positive attitude, and I've been doing better since. But that was my first week's experience. But I also, on the positive side, I also did see a lot of teamwork with my team. I have an awesome team. They're very helpful, very understanding, very caring, and they've been great. And I also have awesome admin who were willing to step in for me. My daughter ended up getting sick on Friday and my husband had to be out of town, so I had nobody to watch her, and they literally subbed for me the last half of the day, and that was so thoughtful of them. And I felt so bad having to do that the first week, but I really had no option. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 13 years and everybody in my family is just used to me always being there, and I have never depended on anyone else, so I don't have people to call. I don't have people to come watch my kids. I just don't. You know, a lot of my family's out of town, and the family that's around here, they're usually busy with their own busy lives, and I've just never depended on anyone else because I've always been there. So I don't have anybody to call. So I had to go be with her. Her fever did spike to 103. She was really sick and she was crying, and I was with her to poo-poo her over the weekend, and she's better now. So that's good. But just the fact that they were thoughtful enough and caring enough, and they didn't put any pressure on me and make me feel bad. Their attitudes were great, and they stepped right in and helped me, and that is so awesome. Like, I really appreciated that. That helped me to spend time to just recoup mentally, and I got the breath of fresh air that I need, and I'm ready to go back in. I am done with my first week. I'm going into my second week, and I'm learning as I go. I guess, you know, just new teachers, once you do start going into actually doing the curriculum and things, just know it's going to be a lot. You are going to feel like at one point that it's just too much for you. You might even have thoughts of quitting. I have honestly have thoughts like, what did I get into? Did I bite off more than I can chew? But I know that I'm capable of this. It's just going to take some time, and I want to be patient, and I want to give it like a fair chance, so that at least 1 year of this, and just see how I feel like halfway through or when I'm done, and say, okay, is this something that I can do every year? You know, I want to at least give myself a chance, but just there's nothing like being a brand new teacher. And a lot of people are so busy around you that even when their heart is there where they want to be able to help you, they cannot help you because their workload is so heavy that even if they want to be able to give you assistance, they really just don't have the time. So in a lot of ways, you are kind of out there on your own, where you have to figure it out, find out who you need to contact, find out what you need to find on the computer, figure out how to do this, you know, take your homework home for the first couple weeks, spend time doing it. It's just part of it. You're just going to have to be ready to work hard to be able to learn your field, and you just have to dedicate yourself to that. So anyways, be encouraged. It gets better. It's getting a little better. Even after the first week, I feel more confident. The kiddos are better with their routines. Classroom community is better. We get to have little more fun, you know, little times where we're having fun together, and it's coming along. So this is some encouragement to new teachers or those who are going to go into it. Just know that it's a lot of work. It is extremely stressful. Just be ready to get through that hard point so that you can get to the point where it's smooth. And I'm sure I'm going to get there soon. And that's what keeps me going and keeps me encouraged. All right, until next time.